band in one of its unusual formations this evening. At the beginning of the game, I guess the football team is going to run through this formation. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the semifinal round of the 6A state playoffs between Northview and Fairhope. The winner of this game will advance to Birmingham, play at Legion Field next week for the championship. Northview was involved in a thriller last week, a come-from-behind thriller in Montgomery, defeating a Robert E. Lee by the score of 28-27. A game which many had given up on. I know Russell Bird and I, who were in Montgomery last week, we hadn't completely given up, but we didn't think they were going to come back and win as convincingly, and I should almost say as easily as they did. There on your, you saw just a minute ago the sign the cheerleaders have prepared, the finish off sign. The band will, the band is surrounding that thing also. And we'll be back for the kickoff of tonight's contest after this 60-second or however many minutes it is, message for Toys for Tots. Stay with us. The game gets kicked off in just a moment.
Dance just in the head, sugar plums, toys, and all the other wonders that make a child's eyes glow at Christmas time also fill the heads of little ones who are needy. The needs of these young ones who would not otherwise have any Christmas are filled each year by Toys for Tots. And this year, dreams of Christmas toys will again come true for hundreds of Houston County's needy children, thanks to the annual Toys for Tots program. Toys for Tots will again merit a gift for the giver this year. Donors who contribute a new toy valued at $10 or more, or who make a $10 donation for purchase of a toy, will receive free cable installation. From now through December 21, contributors are asked to bring an unwrapped toy to Group W's office at 509 South Oak Street or to the special Group W booth in Northside Mall. Toys for Tots is a joint effort of Group W Cable, Northside Mall, South Trust Bank, and WTVY FM. One gift from your heart can make one young child very happy this Christmas. Help us help them. Have a Merry Christmas.
We're back now, and out on the field you see the tossing of the coin. The captains for Northview tonight out in the center of the field. Bernard Number, the quarterback for the Northview Cougars, and number 33, David Hogan. If you remember from watching last week, those two connected for a lot of touchdowns. I believe it was 3 touchdown passes that they caught. We don't have our other camera tonight to tell you so we can get on the field. We do have somewhat inclement weather here tonight, and we don't have our full crew still. But other than that, we're expecting a good ball game. The field, no doubt about it, it's wet. It's been raining all day. The officials now going over the rules of the contest. And although it's a semifinal match, the stadium is really not that full. I have seen fuller contests. Matter of fact, when Northview was here 2 weeks ago, the stadium was full. I see empty seats right along the 30-yard line. The section we're in is pretty full. Fairhope has won the toss and will defer the decision to the second half. So that means Northview will more than likely choose to receive the ball here. We'll wait for the official announcement, however. Still nothing. So now, here we go. We get the sign from the officials. The Cougars will be receiving.
Northview will receive. Fairhope will kick off, defending the South goal.
And there you have it. The two teams separate. We're just about ready to play ball here at Hewes Stadium. That's Naumberg, Hogan, Chris Holmes, and I don't know who number 19 is offhand. Haven't opened my program yet. And here come the Cougars. I know one thing, we got a less than capacity crowd, but we do have an enthusiastic crowd, no doubt about it. There you see number 67, Ross Mendham, on the kickoff team. And if you're wondering why we zoomed in on him, his mother came up to us before the game and said that we have too close of an angle to show her son, but we got him there. Mrs. Mendham, there was your son. We hope that you're enjoying this telecast along with the thousands of others, and we hope that Northview will be kicking off a lot tonight, because that means they will be scoring, and we'll get a few more shots of Ross Mendham and the rest of these Northview Cougars. And we're just about set for a kickoff. So what should be an exciting game. Northview's fans rise to their feet. And there is a kickoff. It is taken at about the 12-yard. Well, anyway, it was taken somewhere up to about the 20-yard line. That was Mark Seffold bringing it. It'll be 1st and 10 for Northview at their own 20-yard line. And our number goes in at quarterback. Just picking out some of the numbers that I see down there, starting for the Cougars. Number 63. I don't know why I can't think of his first name, but Chris Lee is his name. I see coming out to this side is Chris Holmes, is one wide receiver. Somebody out to the right whose number I can't see. 1st and 10 for the 20. Number pitches to Lawrence Dothan, who bursts up to the 30-yard line.
Lawrence Dothan, number 1. He's stopped by number 1, Stephen Crawford. The carry is good.
First down. First play of the night, the Cougars get a first down. Last week I was keeping up with some statistics, and to what everybody was doing, and now I've got a whole audience here, but not for long. That's a quick 5-yard, 4 or 5-yard gain.
Pitch out is to Lawrence Dawsey.
By Lawrence Dawsey.
Crawford after a gain of 4.
But last week, as I was saying, when Russell Bird was with me, I was able to keep up with some of the statistics, but I unfortunately won't be able to do that tonight. We're having to call play-by-play and everything else. Where's Russell Bird? Well, Russell is in Mobile on vacation this week. Mike Graves is out at the Toys for Tots thing that we have going at the Northside Mall. Number drops back to pass, and it's complete to Lawrence Dawsey for another Cougar first down.
The pass is complete from the right number to Lawrence Dawsey.
Play gained all the way to the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 45.
I can't tell you this much so far. The Cougars are 1 for 1 in the passing department, and Lawrence Dawsey has been in on every play, as a matter of fact. So here we go with another first down from the 45-yard line. Here's a pitch to Dawsey around the left side, a little sweep, but he's not going to get anything this time. Matter of fact, he's going to be stopped for about 5 yards. Play just couldn't develop. It's not going to be too easy to cut on this field, I would imagine, tonight. It doesn't look wet. I don't see any water, but believe you me that it is quite wet out there because it did rain all day. You will be hearing more from cameraman Charlie Miles tonight. We'll be getting his opinion occasionally because I don't want to do all the talking. Number drops back to pass. He loops it over to, oh my God, what? Oh, he fumbled. No, it was not intercepted. That's not correct. But you may have heard the PA announcer say intercepted. That's not correct. The pass was caught by Isaac Salter, as you could clearly see on that. Salter caught the pass and was hit and fumbled the ball into
sliding rear window, and the lease runs to. Add an unbeatable basic warranty, and you get the idea.
So Fairhope, whatever their team is called, has the ball at their own something or other. 36-yard line. They gained about 7. Derek Flowers on the got 8 yards on that one. an unfortunate break. Now that pass was caught, make no mistake about it, but I'm sure you saw it on the replay. That's a little motion, I believe that's going to be. Offside, they line up offside.
Against Fairhope. Penalty will be 5 yards, 2nd and 7.
That sort of negates that long run they had. Somebody's over here calling me Mr. Frazier. I will tell all of you, when you see me on the streets, I am not Mr. Frazier. That is my father. I am Nate or Nathaniel. Don't call me Mr. I'm getting old enough as it is. And we do love to hear from you too. So let's see, 2nd down and 7 for the oh, that's a little play up the middle that didn't go for anything.
Number 32, James Morissette.
Let's see, I've got
the tackle number 78, Manny Venegas.
Manny Venegas and 44 Cassie Butler on the tackle there for the Cougars.
3rd down,
so it's going to be 3rd and 5. Cougar defense doing its job so far. They can hold them here on 3rd down. They'll get the ball back. You see these nice close-up angles that we're able to bring you here from Group W. Oh, the quarterback sacked. Nope, that's not the quarterback. I was watching the wrong person. Lonnie Mathis made the tackle for whoever had the ball. Charlie, were you able to follow that one? Well, Charlie just told me he didn't follow that one either. Well, I'm sure all of you that watch the NFL or the college games, you've seen cameramen get fooled out before. I was the announcer and I got fooled. It's 4th down and 2 for whatever Fairhope's call. Still haven't figured out the name of their team. Northview's getting the ball back. Long count. I guess they thought they were going to... Ooh, they came close to the punter, but they didn't. Oh, no, Chris Holmes fumbled the ball. He's got to get out of the end zone. Gee.
The kick is taken by Chris Holmes.
Chris Holmes fumbled the ball out to the 10. Well, you know, we had one fumble that the Cougars lost, and that was another one. Actually, Holmes fumbled the ball twice because he picked it up and then got hit and fumbled it again. I remind you, it is rather wet out there. It did rain all day. Of course, this is Friday, although you aren't seeing this until Monday. It did rain all day here in Dothan. The ball is on about the 10-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cougars, a rather strange formation. We've got wide receivers out. Now Lawrence Dothan goes in motion to the left. The handoff's right up the middle to number 30. That should be LaRue Freeman.
He's stopped by Joe Hayek.
A little innovative offense there. I like that formation. I don't know what you'd call it. It only gained 2 yards, however. As we speak tonight, it is sprinkling here at Hewes Stadium. Matter of fact, it's beginning to do a little more than sprinkle. So if you see raindrops on the camera lens, you'll know why. Bernard Numberg drops back to pass to... Whoa! Whoever it is! That's Freeman! Look at this! Oh, boy! Boy, what a run! Oh, he's gone! The Cougars have the lead. David Hogan called that one. I said Freeman, excuse me. David Hogan just ran. I don't see a flag anywhere, so it's going to stand. That play started at the 15-yard line. I believe it wasn't about the 15. 86 yards. Boy. A good pass from Bernard Numberg. Some outstanding running by David Hogan. The pass, I think, was about 10 or 15 yards, and Hogan just took off. Broke a tackle. Well, the extra point's blocked. It was low there, but anyway, it's 6-0 Northview. Cougars come out strong. Folks, stay with us. We'll be back following this commercial message. If you get up at 5 in the morning and want to eat breakfast, Ray's Restaurant is where you can go to eat. If you work all day and want your lunch between 11 and 2 o'clock, Ray's Restaurant is still where you can go. If you like to talk about sports while you eat lunch, Ray's Restaurant is the place to go. A good breakfast, a good lunch, dessert, and fine people to eat with. One place to go, Ray's Restaurant. Open 7 days a week, 1338 South Oak.
It's Ugly Duckling Rent-A-Car in Dothan, Alabama, and Enterprise. If you want to rent a pickup truck, if you want to rent a van or a station wagon, if you've had an insurance replacement, if your transmission's gone out, if your wife has left you, any reason at all, you need to rent a car, you need to come to Ugly Duckling Rent-A-Car in Dothan, Alabama, and Enterprise. It's Ugly Duckling Rent-A-Car.
Welcome back. 6 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the first period. Northview already on top. These Cougars have been looking good the past few weeks. That's Park Lopez's kickoff, and that's going to be a penalty.
On the kickoff.
That Northview was offside at the flag for both ends, so that means they'll have to kick it over. Not only were they off, out of bounds. We have a small audience around us. Charlie, I noticed that Fairhope brought up quite a few people. I see motorhomes out in the parking lot. We'll show you our folks the motorhomes when we get a break here after a couple of plays or something. I see some. The one here on the end is a super expensive motorhome. Not that there's such a thing as a cheap motorhome anyway, but. Okay, as Clark Lopez tees it up and gets set to kick off again. Cougars have had I guess the rain might have something to do with it. The extra points being blocked, too. They've had quite a few blocks lately. This is a swivel kick. Oh, yes. I like that one if they don't get anywhere on it, that is. He fumbled it. He fumbled the ball, too.
Return ball to 38, Terry Crosby, and fumbled out of bounds at the 27.
I see Manny Venegas over there, number 19. I don't know why I can't remember. Derek Flowers and number 8. Aristotle Kirkland were all over there. So you can see that both teams have fumbleitis tonight. It's 1st and 10 for Fairhope at the 26, 27 maybe. They hand off up the middle and he slipped.
Hand off is to James Morissette. He slips down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Cassie Butler put a hand on him just to make sure that he stayed down, even though he's down in high school anyway. Tomorrow is the big day, the Alabama Open contest. Even though it will be over by then, I will just get in my typical War Eagle. My cameraman, Charlie Miles, is a Bama fan, but we won't hold that against him. 2nd down and 10. Their uninnovative offense is getting them nowhere up the middle.
Mr. Ronnie McKinney. He's stopped by number 93, Joey Sheffield.
That one did get him a yard or so, Joey Sheffield. Judge Billy Joe Sheffield's son made the stop on that particular play. So here comes basically a 3rd and 9. And the quarterback keeps it. Ooh, he gets close to it. A little second effort. He's going to be mighty close. I think they'll have to measure.
Carrying for the Pirates, stopped by Tim Reynolds.
Tim Reynolds from a stop for the Cougars. It's very close to the 1st down.
4th and 1.
4th and about a half a yard, to tell you the truth. They're going to punt, and I really can't say I blame them on a night like tonight. Anything could happen. We saw one fellow as he tried to cut, slip, and fall down. So on a night like tonight, anything could happen, but I still wouldn't say it's a sure thing they're going to punt, but wind's picking up here now, sort of a crosswind. Watch for a long count, I'll bet you, to try to draw him offside. Short punt, but let's see which way the ball bounces. Takes a pretty good roll for them. Northview will take over at their own 26-yard line. This is the next to the last round, 6A state playoffs. After tonight, these teams will have only one more game. This is the 14th week of the high school football season. We've been doing this for 14 weeks now. And we've been doing more than 14 games. I'll explain that in a minute. As number pitches to Lawrence Dawson, who slipped.
Pitch out is to Lawrence Dawson. He slips down at the 26.
The reason I say we've done more than 14 games is because on at least 5 of those weeks, we had, a Thursday and a Friday night game between Northview and Northview was playing on Thursday, Dothan on a Friday. And, of course, we also had one Houston Academy game. We also had a game between Houston County and Headland. And basketball season's coming up. As a matter of fact, you've already seen some of our coverage at Wallace. Number hands to LaRue Freeman on a little delay play, and he doesn't get much.
Freeman, he's brought down by Daniel Bell. Third down 14. In the first period, a Tarletville 2, Cottonwood nothing.
Ooh, that score, of course, that game will be over. With the score 2-0, obviously Cottonwood got stopped for a safety. 3rd and 14. I see David Hogan out wide to the left, press on right, and oh no. The Cougars fumbled the ball on that particular one. His arm was hit as he was getting ready to pass. Numberg did a good job of evading the rush, but his arm was hit as he got ready to cock his arm to pass. 4th down 19, 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go first period, and the clock's running. I don't know what that is. Somebody must have lined up offside. But whatever it is, won't be a first down because it's 19 yards.
The Cougars are called for offside.
That's against the Cougars.
4th down 24.
The official coming over to explain the penalty to the Northview staff. Boy, I know one thing. I hope we don't fumble here. Numbers back to punt. That ball's wet. It's one hop. Give Numbers some credit. He got him a good punt under the circumstances. Don't tackle him. There you go. I sort of up here cheering and telling him, cheering and announcing, because I knew if they hit him too hard out of bounds, that would have been a penalty. You saw what happened there. The ball was sort of one hop to Numberg.
First and 10 for the Pirates out the Cougars.
He did a good job of getting it off. I found out they're called the Pirates. Charles, when you get a chance to see Dr. Lee there, I want to get a shot of him. We won't worry about this play if he's still up. His son's number 63.
And off it's James Morissette. He's stopped by Chris Parker.
Number 24 made the stop for the Cougars there, and number 44, that's Chris Parker and Cassie Butler.
2nd down 5.
Dr. Lee sat down. We'll get a shot of him a little later on. Dr. Rufus Lee, who's the president of the Northview Quarterback Club this year. I thought that was motion. Oh, look at that. Who is that grabbed him? 58?
And off up the middle is to Ronnie McKinney.
Lonnie Mathis grabbed him.
Lonnie Mathis.
Oh, that little young man tried to step through the line, and Mathis just reached those arms out and grabbed him and said, no way. I have seen a lot of folks from Enterprise here tonight. I see Captain Frank Rainey of the Enterprise Police Department. I see Coach Paul Terry of the Ozark Carroll Eagles here. There's a pitch back, and this young man should lose a whole bunch. The Cougar defense.
James Morissette. He stopped by number 31, Rick Cazenay.
Ricky Cazenay made the stop there.
4th down 7.
So they're going to have to punt again. We're now under 1 minute to go in the first period. Another long count, 4th and 7. High snap. We came close. Let's see where this one dies at. It died at the 6-yard line.
Down at the 7-yard line, 1st and 10 Cougars. Here's the first of our lucky numbers tonight.
So 37 seconds to go in the first
pizza kit. Donated by the
period. Northview will take over for the third time tonight.
754-233. 233. Please report to the band if you have this ticket.
Lawrence Dawson has this one.
Pitch out is to Lawrence Dawson.
And he gains about
He's
3
brought down
yards.
by number 54, Tim Lennox.
I think it's 3 yards anyway. Probably the last play of the first period. Suddenly got awfully quiet here, definitely quiet for some reason. The Cougars need a play to pep everybody up, but with time running out, that's the last play, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, so time's just about to run out. They'll march to the other end of the field, 94 yards, and we'll tell you this.
That's the end of the first period.
That's the end of the first period. Northview 6, Fairhope nothing. We'll be back following this commercial message. When it comes to screen printing, forget about all those claims like our magic toll-free number and just remember one place. Moonlight Graphics, 510 3rd Avenue. You're looking at some samples of their quality work, and quality is always emphasized at Moonlight Graphics. It's not just a t-shirt, it's not just a cap, it's not just a jacket, or anything else you'd like screen printed. The quality is always present. Keep in mind, for screen printing, it is Moonlight Graphics. And here we go. Back for the start of the second quarter. Numberg hands off to...
And off up the middle is to
Didn't
Leon
see who.
Crosby.
To who?
Correction, LaRue Freeman.
Okay, I heard the PA announcer call off a name I'd never heard. I knew something had to be strange there. I don't know who Leon Basby is, but that must have been a joke that somebody put him up to. I don't see anybody named Leon on my roster. If there is, I apologize to the young man. Well, I know what it was, probably somebody on their team. There goes Lawrence Dawsey, and I believe Lawrence has got the first down.
Lawrence Dawsey. He's brought down by number 74, Scott Hutchinson.
Yes, that Leon Basby is a member of the Fairhope team. First and 10 for Northview. Now if we can just keep it going. On this night before the Alabama-Auburn game, I see a lot of orange stuff. I see a lot of folks wearing their Alabama stuff. Nathaniel will not eat crow this year, so I'll keep my mouth shut. First and 10 from the 18. Number drops back to pass and passes across the middle to number 3. That's Ramon Bruner. That looks almost like
He's stopped by Dennis Mesco and
about
Stephen
9,
Crawford.
maybe 10 yards, 9 yards. So it's going to bring up a
Second and one.
Second and one. No, it's power I formation. Number drops back to pass. He pumps once and gives it to Dawsey, his little outlet.
Another pass is complete to Lawrence Dawsey. He's picked up by Philemon Faust.
Philemon Faust, first down for the Cougars. There's Dr. Lee while he's standing up there. Charlie, can you get a shot of Dr. Lee? Sat down again. Well, we'll get a nice shot of him anyway in a minute. He's wearing his Northview colors. The Cougars come to the line, first and 10. Ball on about the 29-yard line. The I formation once again. And this is LaRue Freeman. I thought that should have been a face mask.
Handoff is to LaRue Freeman. He's brought down by
The
Leon
entire
West.
stand saw the face mask, and the referees didn't. Somebody with a green
Second and 10.
Mercury Cougar over there is going to have a dead battery. You can clearly see it from here. Their lights are on. I've seen it for the past 30 minutes. Well, second and 10 following that play. No gain on it. Dossier in motion to the right. Naumburg rides the ball to Freeman, who's going to gain about maybe 3 yards.
Leading the tackle, number 49, Lee Rockwell. Third down 7.
Just stepped over Young Manel. You see all the campers they brought from Fairhope out in the parking lot. We brought our monitor tonight so I can see the same thing you're seeing. Oh, we're here from the Fairhope fans. It's 3rd and 7. One of the few times, I think Naumburg's changing the play at the line. Look at this! Oh, he caught it! He caught it! Boy, what a pass! Oh, Chris Holmes! If Naumburg called out and give the young man a whole lot of credit, I believe he changed the play at the line of scrimmage because you could clearly see him walk up to the line of scrimmage and yell as if he wanted to change the play. And then he led Chris Holmes beautifully. That'll shut the Fairhope fans up again. They just heard from him for the first time that night. That's a pitch to Lawrence Dossey. And Dossey doesn't get anywhere. Matter of fact, I think he's going to lose a yard.
Dossey. He stopped by number 49, Lee Rockwell.
No, he gains a half a yard anyway.
2nd and 10.
Second down, 9.5. So I guess it's officially 2nd and 10. But let's see. We've got Hogan to the left side, and we got 2 receivers out to right. I believe he's changing the play again. Oh! That one was a little short. Actually, Hogan was well covered on that one anyway.
Everybody hit their feet, boy, on that one. You see that?
Do what now?
Everybody hit their feet.
My cameraman, Charlie Miles, was just telling me as soon as Naumburg dropped back and threw that one, everybody stood up, and they did. Well, I'm already standing, so I didn't have to stand up. 3rd down and 9. Here's a pass to Dawson. He cut the wrong way. He doesn't get anything.
He stopped by number 27, Philemon Fowl.
I shouldn't say he cut the wrong way. I guess he didn't go the way that the guy was blocking. If he'd gone the other way, he might have gotten more yards from the blocker. As it is, it's 4th down and 9. We're under 7 minutes to go in the first half. The wind's picking up here again. You shouldn't be hearing the wind, though, because we've got our wind screen on our Group W cable microphone, however. Boy, they had a whole bunch of people in there, and Naumburg got off an excellent kick. It's going to roll! Oh! Oh! It rolls a long way, but it caught the corner of the end zone by about 1 yard. 1 yard only. If it had been just a little short of that, the Cougars would have had them pinned at the 1 yard line. Getting some feedback from somewhere. That's some kid whistling. First and 10 for Fairhope. Oh no, this is the best run. This young man can they catch him? Can they catch him? They caught him.
James Morissette carries. Stop by number 19, Derek Flowers.
Derek Flowers had to run him down, but they caught him. I don't know what happened there. It seems like once he got past the line of scrimmage, there was nobody there.
Timeout, Northview.
The Cougars called timeout. Defensive timeout. So, 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the half. Following this timeout, we'll be back in just a moment. This is a look inside Sporting Goods headquarters for the Wiregrass. C&M Sporting Goods, 831 South Oaks. No matter what you're looking for in the line of sporting goods, C&M is the place to go. For example, Alabama, Auburn, Florida State, Georgia baseball caps, or any other type paraphernalia from any other college, C&M is the place to go. You got a little leaguer that plays football, they've got the cleats. If you want a trophy for that little leaguer, and T-shirts that start at 99 cents, C&M Sporting Goods. Okay, we're back following that timeout. It's 1st and 10 for Fairhope at the 15-yard line of the Cougars. And they move. They move. The quarterback was attempting to change the play, it looked like. He was yelling something, and the guy on the right side moved.
The Pirates penalized 5 yards for illegal procedure. 1st and 15.
We're talking with someone from Fairhope that's standing beside us here with his camera. Okay, it's 1st and 15 for Fairhope now. They gain 5 yards back.
Morissette, number 32. He slips down at the 15. 2nd and 10.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 now. I see that Bobby Estes is going in. With the defensive play, apparently. And out comes Derek Flowers. 2nd and 10, 5:50 to go in the first half. Quarterback still has the ball. He should get in. He got close to going in anyway.
Charles Smith shooting the ball. Stopped by
We got a Cougar down.
Mark Reed.
Lonnie Mathis and Mark Reeves on the play, but we do have a Cougar down over here in the corner. We can't see the number because everybody's around him. When play is resumed, it'll be a 1st down at the 4-yard line. Still haven't picked up the number.
1st and goal at the 4.
That's Mark Reeves. He appears to be okay. Here we go with a 1st and goal at the 4 for the Pirates. They try to go straight up the middle. They get a yard, I believe it is.
On offense to James Morissette. He stopped by Joey Sheffield.
They give Joey Sheffield on the TA system a credit for the tackle. I just say the middle of the line.
Second and goal at the 3.
They fake it. Oh, I thought we do have a mandate. Manny Venegas put a hit on him.
He stopped by number 78, Manny Venegas, and number 44, Cassie Pepper.
Venegas didn't just stop him, he hit him.
3rd and goal.
That's called a decleater. If you're wondering what a decleater is, that's when they hit you and your feet lose contact with the ground. In other words, your cleats lose contact with the ground. I heard the professional announcer say that one, so I had to throw it in. It's 3rd down and 5. And they're going to try and pass. There's no pass rush. And they don't get in! He fumbled the ball.
Charles Smith stopped by number 40, Willie Banks.
Willie Banks got the quarterback then.
4th and goal at the 5.
4th and goal. Boy, that's got to be disappointing. You have a 1st and goal at the 5, and you have a 1st and goal at the 4, and you have a 4th and goal at the 5. The clock is stopped at 4:22, and the Northview Cougar fans rise. All of them are on their feet. They're going to try and pass it in. It is touchdown. They passed it to the 1-yard line. And he rolled off of the tackle into the end zone. The old play-action pass. It's now 6-6 to score with the extra point coming. or the attempt anyway. Let's see if we can't block a kick here. We don't. And it's good. The score, Fairhope 7, Northview 6. 4 minutes, 17 seconds to play in this first half. The Cougars are about to get the ball back, and we'll be back in just a moment. Now you can save over $1,000, over $1,100 on AMC Jeeps and Renaults. Plus, get $550 warranty at Bob 40 Motors. That's right, save over $1,000 on this model, over $1,100 on this model, and get the $550 warranty to an 8.8% financing at Bob 40 Motors in Mariana. Welcome back. The Cougars trailing for the first time tonight. Score 7-6. Score with 4 minutes, 17 seconds to go. The big play was a long run, a 65-yard run. Somebody's got to pick up the ball, and we do. That is number 22, Isaac Salter. Cougars will take over at the 21-yard line.
71, Darryl Crawford. First and 10 for the Cougars at the 21.
Cougars need to regain the lead here. That goes LaRue Freeman. LaRue Freeman has a first down for the Cougars.
LaRue Freeman. He's got by Leon Left.
There you see in the middle of your picture Dr. Lee there. He sits down every time we zoom in on him.
First and 10 Cougars out to 32.
Boy, it took them a long time to signal first down. I see Jim Lofton over here. I'll see if I can't get a word with him at halftime. Jim used to play football for Alabama, and Jim always has a word or two to say, sometimes more words than we'd like for him to say. There's Lawrence Dawson, who flips the ball to Isaac Salter, who runs on down to the 45-yard line.
Number 22, Isaac Salter.
Little innovation there. Boy, if Salter had been 10 yards more down the field, might have had a score there, because everybody, once the ball was pitched to Dawson, they sort of keyed on him. In case you're wondering about the time, it's 3 minutes, 4 seconds to go and running. I know a lot of you that are now not wondering about the time because you are here at the game tonight and you're at home now watching it. What a vicious hit.
Pass to Hogan is incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Pass to David Hogan, incomplete. It was a clean hit, however. By vicious, I just mean it was hard. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first half. Another reason I like to give the time is there are a lot of people that don't come to the game because they are, for example, physically unable to come. I'll give you a few examples. That's one reason we at Group W are glad to bring in these games. The pitch is to Lawrence Dawson, who passes again to Isaac Salter.
The pass is complete to Isaac Salter. He's stopped by number 54, Tim Lennox.
We have two quarterbacks hitting the backfield on this series, apparently. Lawrence Dawson and Bernard Numbers. It's 3rd down and 6 to go. But anyway, I had a couple of people tell me they had grandmothers, for example, that were unable to attend the game, but they enjoyed seeing them played back on the 2. Number hands off to... Oh, look at this. We got a first down. That is Ramon Bruner. All the way down to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 for Northview, the ball at the Pirates 34.
I'll finally get out. Dr. Lee sits down again as I was about to tell Charlie to get a shot of it. Okay, here we go, 1st and 10 now. LaRue Freeman up the middle.
And that's up the middle is to LaRue Freeman.
He's going to gain 4 yards, I believe it is.
He's stopped by number 92, William Cook.
I never did get out what I was going to say. I'll say it real quick like it. That some of the grandmothers and aunts and uncles of players are disabled and unable to make it out to the games. Well, they like to see these young men play football. They get a chance to see it on Group W cable. And there you have it. Now, 2nd down and 7. Number drops back to pass, and Ramon Bruner was wide open. He's saying Chris Holmes. I thought it was number 3, but if it's not, it's number 2, Chris Holmes. But I see a yellow flag.
Call is backfield in motion against the Cougars.
The call is illegal motion. I didn't quite see that, but again, I wasn't looking for it either. It's a pretty big penalty for illegal. But
2nd down, 11.
Actually, it's only 5 yards. It's not from where he caught the ball, but from the original line of scrimmage. That's why it seems so long. So as it is, it's 2nd down, 11. Number's pass attempted to Dawsey. It's incomplete. Play's just coming in for the bench here. Isaac Salter bringing the play in. Hogan out left, Dawsey in motion out left. Number has all day to pass, and he passes across the middle. Woo! Boy, to David Hogan, it was 3rd and 11, and we have a 1st down.
There's a flag on the play.
Oh no, what is this one? A flag? What? All the fans on this side are getting quiet. Illegal motion.
Backfield motion call against the Cougars.
I don't think.
Did you see that guy over here calling that play? While ago, when they made a touchdown here, he jumped up in the air 3 foot high, you know, like a deer. Makes you wonder.
Coach Parrish doesn't agree with that one, and I have to say I don't either. That's 2 in a row, as you see Coach Parrish having some words with the official, and I have to agree with him. I don't think he knows his rules. I mean, the officials are out of Birmingham. And Coach Parrish now having a word or two with the head referee. I guess he's called the umpire, whatever. But that's ridiculous. They called one back. This guy obviously doesn't. Nobody in the stand likes that call. Nobody on Northview side. You see the fans giving Coach Parrish a hand, and I would have to give Coach Parrish a hand too. That was absolutely nobody in motion. We don't have the capabilities of instant replay up here, but I'm sure that you at home could see it every time we played it back here, because I'm sure I would have played this one back 4 or 5 times by now. You would probably see there was no illegal motion, because Dawsey, for example, is in motion again, and he can go in motion. And Nunberg is dropped for a loss all the way back to the 48.
Nunberg dropped for a loss by number 40, Chris Wiggins.
Well, I am a biased announcer. I make no bones about it, so I will have to say that the referees took some points away from Northview on that particular drive.
Fourth down, 28.
We are home team announcers, and we're supposed to pull for the home team, so that's exactly what I'm doing. The flag on both occasions was against Lawrence Dawson in that formation, and there is nothing illegal about what he is doing.
The Cougars will be penalized 5 yards.
The Cougars will penalize 5 yards for delay, and it's a good move, smart move, because the clock ran all the way down to 9 seconds. So the Pirates will only get one play if they get it, if we get this one off. That's a good thing to do there. Just let it roll and roll. And they probably won't don't touch the ball yet, and it won't, and time runs out. Good.
At the 20, first and 10 for the Pirates, but that's the end of the first half.
That is the end of the first half. Your score, Fairhope 7, Northview 6. We'll be back in just a moment with halftime activities featuring the Northview Cougar Marching Band.
Flight operations, Hawaiian Islands.
Bring up 155.
Most jobs promise you the world. The Navy delivers. See your recruiter. Navy, it's not just a job, it's an adventure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Northview High School is proud to present the Cougar Marching Band. This year's flag corps captains are Stephanie Hayes and Nicole Donnell. Majorette captain is Carla Coggett. The band is under the field direction of Brenda Register. Trumpet soloist Calvin Bottoms and Billy Vincent. marching band is directed by John Christian. Assistant directors Tim Gilley and Minnie Carter. Ladies and gentlemen, the Northview Cougar Marching Band.
Visions of sugar plums don't dance just in the heads of children whose parents can afford Christmas delights. Sugar plums, toys, and all the other wonders that make a child's eyes glow at Christmas time also fill the heads of little ones who are needy. The needs of these young ones who would not otherwise have any Christmas are filled each year by Toys for Tots. And this year, dreams of Christmas toys will again come true for hundreds of Houston County's needy children, thanks to the annual Toys for Tots program. Toys for Tots will again merit a gift for the giver this year. Donors who contribute a new toy valued at $10 or more, or who make a $10 donation for purchase of a toy, will receive free cable installation. From now through December 21, contributors are asked to bring an unwrapped toy to Group W's office at 509 South Oak Street or to the special Group W booth in Northside Mall. Toys for Tots is a joint effort of Group W Cable, Northside Mall, South Trust Bank, and WTVY FM. One gift from your heart can make one young child very happy this Christmas. Help us help them. Have a Merry Christmas.
Northview will be kicking off from the 35 following an offside penalty. By the way, during the halftime, we had a chance to review some of our film. We could find no illegal motion on the play to David Hogan that they called back. In addition to that, we also had a chance to look at a play, which I'm sure I'll edit in here so you can see, where their referee jumps up and down. A referee, I shouldn't say their referee. Anyway, they're kicking off, and they get to the 35. Matter of fact, while I'm talking, I'll go ahead and narrate it, and we'll edit it in. Notice on their touchdown, the referee, the same one that calls the motion against the Cougars, jumps up in the air about 3 feet to signal a touchdown. Highly unusual. I'm sure I'll edit that in so you can see it while I'm talking about it. You probably didn't notice it the first time around. Anyway, first play from scrimmage of the second half. 1st and 10. So their number 41 breaks a tackle and gets the 39-yard line. Willie Banks was one of 3 tacklers. I didn't catch the others for the Cougars.
2nd and 6.
They gained about 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Oh, there's a hit right at the middle.
32, James Morissette. He slips down after a gain of 1.
I see Cassie Butler and Joey Sheffield in there. He didn't exactly slip. He slipped after he was hit. That's reason enough to slip. Quarterback forced to pitch, and this young man's going to be dropped for a 5-yard loss. Cassie Butler over there, number 8, Aristotle Kirkland over there, and number 40, Willie Banks, all over there on the stop for the Northview Cougars. Cougars stopped them on that first possession. Now we're going to get the ball here. And that is Chris Holmes, who's going to return the ball up to the 38-yard line.
Holmes has run out of bounds at the 38. 1st and 10, Cougars.
So now let's see if the Cougars can't get on track without the referees getting in their way and move the ball on down the field and put some points on the scoreboard. Here we go. David Hogan wide to the left side. Chris Holmes out wide to the right. Number again at quarterback with Freeman and Dawsey in the backfield. And he pitches to Dawsey. There's some holding that I saw some holding didn't get called.
Stop by number 26, Scott Walden. Again, 2, 2nd and 8.
I clearly saw holding. Dawson gains 2 yards. 2nd and 8. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but a Northview player on that left side had one of the defenders by the jersey. Oh, yes! Oh, finally, everybody in the stands jumped up and was waiting for a penalty there. That's a 15-yard penalty for pass interference. Everybody saw that. Now, Number's doing a pretty good job of looking right and then turning around and throwing back left.
Where's his flag? They took it away from him. Where's his flag?
And that's 15 yards. That puts us in their territory at the 45-yard line.
The penalty is 15 yards and gives the Cougars a first and 10 at the Fairhope 45.
That penalty probably hurt Northview more than anything else because Hogan might have been gone on that one. First and 10 from the 45 as Dawsey goes in motion and no flag. Amazing. Lawrence Dawsey breaks away. Look at that. That young man's hard to bring down.
Pass is complete to Lawrence Dawsey. He stopped by number 26.
Dawsey gains about 6 yards on that particular play. Dawsey was actually caught in the backfield, but they couldn't bring him down. Second down and about 4 yards to go from the 39. It's a pitch to Dawsey, who cuts against the grain and goes up the middle for a first down. That's about 7 yards.
Up the middle, picked up by Chris Wiggins and Ken Reed.
First down for the Cougars. The ball now on the 32, so the Cougars are starting this half just like they did the first half, moving the ball. Isaac Salter bringing in a play from the bench. There's a handout to LaRue Freeman, who goes straight up the middle for about 5 yards, 5 quick yards.
Ken Reed and number 46 Wiggins. 2nd and 5.
So it's going to bring up a second down and 5. Rain starting to come down here now. That's a pitch to Dawsey, who just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence Dawsey carries up the middle, stopped by Chris Wiggins. 3rd down 4.
Third down and 4 now. Critical down for the Cougars. The ball's at the 25-yard line. Hogan's out left, Holmes out right again. Number pitches to Dawsey, who throws to Hogan. And Hogan's going to score, baby! Yes, sir! David Hogan has another one. I told you we've got 2 quarterbacks back there in that backfield. Lawrence Dawsey, an outstanding runner, who appears to be a little shaken up, by the way. I'm looking at Dawsey here, and he may be a little shaken up. He's all right, I think. He passed to David Hogan. That's the 3rd pass tonight that Lawrence Dawsey has completed. I'm counting in my head. We're going to go for 2 here. To try to go up by 7 once again. And here we go, the 2-point conversion. Interference, yes! But unfortunately, we'll have to do it over. They can't give him the points. That'll take it to the 1.
Ball is pass interference against the foul.
I will take it down to the 1-yard line. Let's see. See if Coach Harry Wayne Parrish elects to run the play. The play was to run this play. Mark Sappho bringing in the play from the bench for the Cougars. I think he's going to run because I see that Lawrence Dawsey is going back in the game. So my guess is that this is going to be a run this time from the 1-yard line. Yes, he's only got one wide receiver, and that's Chris Holmes out to the right. Oh, yeah, a little fumble on the play, but Dawsey dives over for the touchdown. I should say the 2-point conversion. So now with 7:09 to go, third period, your score, Northview Cougars 14. It's Fairhope 7. We'll be back in just a moment. Get these two on camera for me. Okay. Turn around, Wade. Now we'll be back in just a moment.
I'm taking charge of my life and I know where I'm going. I'm feeling good like I'm wearing a new pair of shoes. I'm in control of my life and I know what to
Have a nice flight, Captain.
Thanks. Take charge of your life. Call Alabama Aviation and Technical College in Ozark. 1-800-624-3468.
We're back now. Cougars have regained the lead. Their first possession of the second half. Clark Lopez kicks his quill kick, and they're going to take it at about the 18. It's number 88, a big fella here. Woo! But he runs into Mark Reeves, who upends him.
First and 10 for Fairhope.
They'll take over at about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line we'll call it. Hold them, Cougars, hold them. Cougars should hold on. Next Friday night we'll be coming to you, or next from Birmingham's Legion Field. There's that little trap play that's going to gain about 5 quick yards.
James Pass up. He's stopped by number 24, Chris.
I see Chris Parker on the play there.
Gain of 6, second and 4.
It will be on a Saturday. Okay, I know some of the games have been played on Saturday. I stand corrected. I understand the game will be a Saturday, possibly on a Saturday. It'll be next week anyway, the championship game. That's a pretty good run for them, up the middle.
Carry up the middle by Ronnie McKinney. Stopped by number 17, Shane Wood.
Shane Wood's on the play there. Anyway, next weekend, the game next week will be... Number 17, Shane Woods. We're going to get him on his father standing up here beside us. All right, Charlie, while we've got a moment. Do you see him? He's a defensive back. He's the farthest man back there. There you see a picture of Shane Wood there, number 17. His father wanted us to get a shot of him there.
Called up to Legion Field and asked them what they had scheduled for Saturday afternoon, and they said 6A state playoff.
Okay, that was Shane Wood's father there saying that he called up there and, and asked him what they had scheduled for Saturday afternoon. They said it's 6A playoff. So you'll know by then anyway. Oh, no, that's another good run.
Carry up the middle by Ronnie McKinney.
That's going to gain all 15 yards back there, or at least 14 of them. Mark Reeves was one of 3 Cougars in the, on the play. And the Pirates elect to call timeout. So with 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the third period, we'll be back in just a moment. If you get up at 5 in the morning and want to eat breakfast, Ray's Restaurant is where you can go to eat. If you work all day and want to eat lunch between 11 and 2 o'clock, Ray's Restaurant is still where you can go. If you like to talk about sports while you eat lunch, Ray's Restaurant is the place to go. A good breakfast, a good lunch, dessert, and fine people to eat with. One place to go, Ray's Restaurant. Open 7 days a week, 1338 South Oak. Welcome back. Here we go. Second down and few inches. I'll expect some trick play here for a second down. But no, they didn't. They fooled everybody, or fooled me anyway.
Charles Smith keeps the ball up the middle. He stopped by number 58, Ronnie Malcolm. First and 10, Fairhope.
My cameraman Charlie Miles is talking about his glory days when he played football for Carroll High School and when they beat Dothan High. But unfortunately, they also lost the Enterprise when Charlie played by the score of 63-0. And I constantly remind him of that. First and 10, Fairhope. The quarterback drops back to pass. That's going to be interference. I see 2 flags.
This pass is incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
Obviously, Smith can't pass too well. He hasn't thrown too many tonight. There's going to be interference. So that will be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Pirates. Judge for yourself on the replay as to whether or not that was interference. I don't have the ability of the replay here, but
Northview penalized 15 yards for pass interference. First and 10 for the Pirates at the 29.
it's time for our Cougar defense to get tough again. There's a run up the middle.
One officer James Morissette. He stopped by Derek Flowers and Chris Parker.
Derek Flowers, Chris Parker on the stop.
Second and 4.
These little trap plays have been working for them during this drive. Somebody's doing a good job of blocking for them. Boy, I sure could use a Coke. I let the Coca-Cola person go by. Where's the ball here? Okay. Quarterback's getting leveled here. Number 31 is Rick Cazenay. I'm answering a question for some of our fans here. Third down and 3. They try one of those trap plays, and that doesn't look like 3 yards to me.
He stopped by the middle of the Cougar defense.
It's fourth down and a good 2 yards, 1.5. 1.5, 2 yards. Here comes another one of those critical fourth down plays. It is 4th and 1. That's going to be motion, I believe. Either motion or offside. Illegal procedure against them. Oh, no. They call
is offsides against Northview.
Offsides against Northview.
The first and 10.
Joey Sheffield did a good job of defending on that play, and it would have been close, but as it is, that 5-yard penalty helps them out. Ball's now on the 15-yard line. They're obviously going to run. They got one player out wide to the right, the play's coming to the left, and the quarterback has nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere. Number 24, Chris Parker, stops him there. There isn't going to be a whole lot of good cutting on the field tonight. They have, the Pirates have thrown very little, so. Let's see, they got basically the same formation. So unless they pass to the right, it's probably going to be a run. This is a pitch. And they want to try one of the plays that the Cougars have, and they don't get it, and there's no flag.
Pass is incomplete. 3rd and 11.
The Cougars do a good job of defending that since they throw it so well. Trying to see who that is. Is that... I want to say Hogan, but... Anyway... Doesn't matter. Does Hogan play defense also? I don't see him on the sideline, so it might have been him. Here comes the 3rd down and 11. They've got their wide receiver out to the left, and they're going to hand off to number 32, who is going to be brought down. Yes, sir. And there goes a flag. That must have been a face mask.
Ball said ball down by Willie Banks, but there's a call of face mask against the Cougars.
Well, there's going to be a lot of shaky calls here. I don't see how the referee didn't appear to be in a position to call that to me. I sure could use a Coke. I had to say that to the microphone to get the attention of the young man selling the Cokes here. Coach Bubba Johnson's yelling, don't you know the rules? So a timeout in the field. 2 minutes, 32 seconds to go. The last penalty resulted in half the distance to the goal. That face mask penalty, but it's still 3rd down and 3. And they're going to score. That's a touchdown for Fairhope. Score down Northview 14, Fairhope 13. Minutes, 32 seconds to play third period. Really, there's no reason why they shouldn't score. They had enough penalties against Northview on that drive that anybody could have scored. The extra point's good. So that makes the score Northview 14, Fairhope 14. 2 minutes, 32 seconds to go third period. We'll be back in just a minute.
It's Ugly Duckling Rent-A-Car in Dothan, Alabama, and Enterprise. If you want to rent a pickup truck, if you want to rent a van or a station wagon, if you've had an insurance replacement, if your transmission's gone out, if your wife has left you, any reason at all, you need to rent a car, you need to come to Ugly Duckling Rent-A-Car in Dothan, Alabama, and Enterprise. It's Ugly Duckling Rent-A-Car.
Here we go, the kickoff. Pretty good kick. In the end zone. The Cougars will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Now we need for our Northview Cougar offense to do something here. The referees will get out of our way and let us play. Bernard Number going back in at quarterback for the Cougars, and why shouldn't he? He's done a good job. And that is, number 22. That is Isaac Salter. On the, I guess you'd call it a reverse play.
1st and 10 Northview.
The Cougars now have the ball at the 32-yard line. That last play gained 12 yards. A little innovation here. That's one thing I can say about Coach Parrish and his offense. His last several games, it has not been boring. First and 10 from the 32. Is he changing the play? Lawrence Dawsey has it. Lawrence Dawsey still has it. Lawrence Dawsey has possibly a first down. If he doesn't, he has close to a first down anyway. They're going to, it's close enough to measure apparently. I haven't seen any scouts from any of the major schools tonight. That last play was the first down. And I guess one big reason we don't have the scouts here is they're all in Birmingham for the Iron Bowl class. Charlie, who's going to win the game tomorrow? Roll Tide. Folks, you see what I have to put up with now. War Eagle. First and 10 for the Cougars, and Isaac Salter Look at this! Look at this! Isaac Salter all the way to the... And they're yelling at, that should have been a penalty there. That's the 33-yard line. Isaac Salter is making a name for himself here. Usually the two ball carriers for Northview are Lawrence Dawsey and LaRue Freeman. Last two plays, Salter has done a number for them. 1st and 10, ball on the 33. Numbers changing the play. Pitches it to Dawsey, who makes the cut and gains about 4 yards, I believe.
Number 27, Philemon Faust.
We'll call it 3.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
It'll be 2nd down and 7 to go for the Cougars. Make no mistake about it, the Cougars have moved the ball up and down the field. About the only time they have been stopped is when the referees call a penalty. Lawrence Dawsey in open field, and can he break tackles? He gains about 3 more yards.
Number 26, Scott Walden.
They bring up a 3rd down and 3. The ball now on the 25-yard line. Third and 3 to 25. The Cougar fans get up again. We've had a lot of reasons to get up tonight. This is going nowhere. I'd go for it. It's going to be about a yard short, I believe. Yes, it's going to be 4th and about a half yard. Close enough for a measurement, apparently. There on the monitor you see, it is a 1st down. Yes, sir. That is the end of the 3rd period, by the way. So we have 12 minutes to play. Your score, Northview 14, Fairhope 14, Northview on a drive. Why don't we show this young man on TV here before we leave, so maybe he'll be quiet. If we show you on TV, you're going to be quiet in the 4th quarter, right? Right. He has agreed to be quiet. We'll be back in just a moment. When it comes to screen printing, forget about all those claims like our magic toll-free number, and just remember one place. Moonlight Graphics, 510 3rd Avenue. You're looking at some samples of their quality work, and quality is always emphasized at Moonlight Graphics. It's not just a t-shirt, it's not just a cap, it's not just a jacket, or anything else you'd like screen printed. The quality is always present. Keep in mind, for screen printing, it is Moonlight Graphics. First and 10 for the Cougars. And Lawrence Dawson's dropped back at 25.
Dawson stopped by number 49, Lee Rockwell. 2nd and 13.
Things could get interesting here. Lawrence Dawson wants to pass, but he decides to run. I saw Chris Holmes over there. Chris Holmes was over there on the right side, and I was looking up, and Chris was over there yelling at Dawson to throw to him. Dawson saw a hole and went up the middle. Third down and 4. First of all, that didn't look like a very innovative play.
Isaac Salter on the carry.
I would
Stop at number 1.
That reminds me of something that Coach Dye says that he wanted to do in a game against Georgia when they called a reverse. He wanted the ball to run up the middle before they would be positioned for a field goal. And that's obviously why they didn't try anything a little more tricky there. But they won't Clark Lopez to get the field goal. Well, remember, Lopez had an extra point block. There's no doubt in my mind that Lopez can hit it. And no, he doesn't hit it, though.
The field goal attempt is no good. Fairhope takes over first.
It's no good. Fairhope's going to take over. Here we go.
Right off is to James Marcel. He's stopped by Willie Banks.
That play for them gained about 4 yards.
Number 41.
The Pirates are content to run it up the middle now and drive it out on the ground.
Stopped by Joey Sheffield.
Charlie, can we get a shot of the players down here right over the rail? The player on your right there, if you'll move just to your right, there is number 63, Chris Lee. We've been showing you Dr. Lee, his father. If you'll back up, Charlie, you'll get Dr. Lee, who's standing up. Well, you'll never get him now. And the play's about to get underway. I'm giving my cameraman instructions.
James Marcel on the carry. Stop at number 93, Joey Sheffield.
Mike Graves has shown up. Well, that's okay. Better late than never. Like 9 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the ball game, and Mike Graves shows up.
That's the third quarter, it looks like.
That's the fourth quarter. They haven't changed it.
Okay.
Where have you been? Can you tell us?
Yes, I've been out at the mall working.
On our Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots. There you go.
I'll let you plug that in just a moment. But as it is 1st and 10 for the Pirates. First of all.
The handoff is to Ronnie McKinney. He's stopped by Derek Flowers.
Mike, tell us a little about that Toys for Tots promotion.
Well, Nathaniel, it's something we're doing for underprivileged children in the Dothan area. And whereas if anyone wants to come by and give us a $10 donation or a $10 toy, we'll give them a free installation of cable. Any type of installation, whether it's basic cable or to add on to their cable.
We'll continue with that in just a moment. 2nd down and 8 for the Pirates. There's a pitch to some good blocking there, but they don't get much.
Pitch out of James Marcel. He's stopped by Willie Banks.
Willie Banks on the tackle. All right, Mike, continue.
Well, basically that's it. WTVY and Northside Mall is in with us. We have a booth at Northside Mall. If anyone wants to come by and talk with us out there, we'd be glad to talk with them anytime during the day, or give us a call at the office, or even come by the office.
All right, our phone number, folks, 794-3171. We're at 509 South Oaks. We'll get back to that in just a moment as it's 3rd and 6 for the Pirates. And the quarterback slips, and they don't get it. The Cougars might be getting the ball back here. Our booth at the mall, by the way, being our Toys for Tots promotion, is right outside of the Walmart. In the mall entrance to Walmart, if you'd like to come by. Mike, did Santa Claus arrive okay today?
Oh, yeah, he came in with flying colors.
Don't ask me what happened to me, but...
I'll ask you that later off camera.
Yeah, I can tell you. I'll tell you after the kick here. Sort of funny in a way. I slept late. That's exactly what happened. And there's the kick Oh, and it dies. Boy, did it die. It rolls back, and the referee gets in the way. And the referee finally did something right for us, the one that's been calling all the penalties.
42, first and 10, Northview.
The Northview Cougars take over at their own 42-yard line. Now, Mike, I got up this morning at about, someone was ringing my doorbell at 11:15, and that's when I got up because I kept looking. I didn't set an alarm clock, and I was looking outside, and it's not, the sun's not shining, so it can't be too late. But, the sun never did shine today, and I never did even look at the clock. Okay, back to the game. Since the Cougars have the ball, we'll get more serious here now. First and 10 from the 42. Ah, that looked like a broken play. That looked like a broken play. That was a pitch to Dawsey. Play lost about 7 yards. It wasn't a typical pitch. That's why I say it looked like a broken play. As it is, it's 6 minutes, 8 seconds to go and counting. The score 14-14. Cougars have the ball. They had a chance to take the lead, but missed the field goal. Let's see, we've got Ramon Bruner in motion. Pass to Dawson, who wants to throw again. He does! Did he catch it? It's incomplete.
Third and 17.
Incomplete. I think that was the play they wanted to call the last time, but things just didn't get off right because that same quick pitch play. Ball on the 25-yard line. The Cougars started out at their own 42. Or 47, wherever. We need a big play here. Dawsey in motion. Nonberg drops back to pass. Oh, no. That's not they ruled it an incomplete pass. The Fairhope fans don't like that one.
Numbers found incomplete, 4th and 17.
I don't know if that was an incomplete pass or not. Do you, Mike? I don't know either. That was mighty close. I don't know if his hand actually started forward or not on that one. It just sort of looked like his hand was hit as he drew back. It didn't look like he was going forward. 5:41 to go in the game. It's 14-14. There is the snap and the punt's away. And here's Bayes one tackler. And
James Marset returning the kick. Stop at number 19.
the Pirates will start at their own 27. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go and counting. 14-14 game. Might just hop in here anytime. Notice Charlie got his new jacket tonight.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that.
Ball off the middle, number 41, Ronnie McKinney.
Fairhope's offense has not been too
Number 44.
innovative tonight. Especially the second half, they just been content to run up the middle. That Cougar defense hasn't been giving a whole lot. Up the middle, every now and then it'll bend. They're spreading it out a little bit now. And some guy for them gets the first down. Marset, as they call it.
44, Cassie Butler.
Oh, that's not a first down. It'll be a 3rd and 2. 1.5.
3rd down 1.
Here's another one of those big plays when the Cougar fans get on their feet. They got the first down.
And up the middle is to Ronnie McKinney. He's stopped by number 58. Ronnie Mathis after gaining the first down.
Ronnie Mathis gets him after he picks up 3 yards or so. The Pirates now have the ball at their own 40-yard line. Time becoming a factor. We're now under 4 minutes to go in the game.
Morissette carrying. He's tripped up by...
This is
Kathy
becoming
Butler.
predictable, Mike. Every time on the first down, it's running right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
I don't think the coach knows another play, I guess, to call on first down.
Looks to me like they're just wanting to run the clock down right here to get on down towards the goal. Maybe either kick a field goal or go for the touchdown so that Northview wouldn't have enough time to go back down and score. But that I don't know.
James Morissette on the carry.
They're only handing the ball to the same young man, Morissette, as they call him, and he has another play right up the middle. But we saw Northview score in Montgomery last week 3 times, 3 quick times in the second half. It's 3rd and 2. And he didn't get it. He's going to lose a couple. A perfectly timed play for
Ronnie McKinney. The play fails to gain the first down.
somebody shot through there, timed it just right, and met him in the backfield. I didn't see who it was, Mike, but I saw some Cougars shoot through there. They're going to punt. I guess they're sending in about 4 or 5 people. 6, 7, 8 people. This could be a fake. This could be a long count to draw them offside. One thing about the time is 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go and counting. 2 minutes now, under 2 minutes. He fumbled the ball. Oh, look at this. He got off a 3-yard punt. They're on the 50-yard line. The play started by the 47. That's a 3-yard punt. That'll help his average, won't it?
Oh, yes. He was the shortest in high school football.
No, I remember seeing a 2-yard punt one night here at Riverview Stadium. The Cougars have 50 yards to go, a minute 51 seconds to do it. Number pitches to Dothan, who throws. And say something, referee.
It's complete.
It's complete.
Yeah.
It's complete.
He ruled it complete.
The fans over there on their side don't like that one. They didn't signal us. They didn't ever signal anything, Mike.
No.
They didn't signal incomplete or complete. That's what I was waiting on. The clock's running. 1 minute, 40 seconds and counting. We're wasting a lot of time here sending in plays. There comes Ramon Bruner in, but boy, look at all the time that's being wasted when you're in what you might call your 2-minute offense. LaRue Freeman up the middle.
Flag on the play.
There goes a flag. That would have to be against them, I would think. That's probably a face mask. That late would have to be a face mask, I believe. It is. I see him. The Cougars are finally getting a break. Mike, before you got here, there were some very questionable calls against the Cougars. This is a 5-10. It's a biggie.
It's a 15-yard penalty, yeah.
I was wondering, it's a 5-yarder, but they give it a 15-yard. We're at the 20.
But at least they're in field goal range.
Exactly. Lopez has had an extra point block tonight, however, and they missed the field goal. So I'd like to see them going down and get the 6 point. What do we have here? Referees call timeout. Officials timeout. The reason I'd like to go ahead and get them to get 6 points, there's nothing else. That would force the Pirates to go all the way in the whatever time they'll have left, if there's any time left. Coach Bubba Johnson and other coaches up here. We can hear them yelling. First and 10 from just outside the 20. Lawrence Dawsey.
Lawrence Dawsey carries. Found by 92, William Cook. 2nd and 10.
I wonder if Coach Parrish is going to run 3 plays up the middle again just to keep it in field goal range, and lined up for a field goal.
That may be a possibility because time is still running out.
Nobody's making any effort to stop the clock. There's Hogan! There's Hogan! No! Oh, he just barely missed it. Almost. We have seen Hogan catch some passes like that, but that one was just out of his reach, I think. It looked like he had it for a while.
Yeah,
he sort of bobbled or something. .29 seconds to go, 3rd down and 10. The clock stopped on that incomplete pass. Let's see, we've got Hogan left, Chris Holmes right, and we're running up the middle. Oh no, he's blown the whistle. They had blown the whistle. They had blown the whistle, I heard it. They had blown the whistle. Northview stopped the clock at 15 seconds. Mike, we got a break on that. Had it not been for what you call a quick whistle, our possibility to score here would have gone up in smoke.
That's right.
But I clearly heard the whistle. There's no doubt about it. That was a fumble. But I had heard the whistle.
And he blew it dead just in time.
Exactly, because right after he blew the whistle, out came the ball.
Well, 15 seconds left in the game. It looks like they're going to have to go for the field goal. That's the only thing they can do.
Exactly. I'll bet you something here. Northview's called timeout. I would be willing to bet that as they get ready to snap the ball, the Pirates call a timeout too. Well, maybe not, because they won't. They might need it. I'd hate to be in Clark Lopez's shoes right now, with the game possibly resting on my shoulders. 15 seconds to go here. Here it is, folks. And they jump, but that's not enough for the first down. That's only going to move it 5 yards closer. It was 4th and 7.
Fairhope will be penalized 5 yards for offside.
They still bring up a 4th down and 2.
Yeah, that's another thing. As the man just said over here, the wind is blowing in his favor.
Here we go. There's the snap. The kick is...
No
he hooked it. He hooked another one. Look at Lopez. He's jumping up complaining.
I don't know what he was complaining about. It was way off. I couldn't see the defense. I wasn't watching them. I was watching the ball. I don't know if they'd done something wrong or what.
Lopez was visibly upset with the call.
Well, it looks like we're going to have an overtime here.
Quite possibly so. I better check the time on my tape here in case we certainly don't want to run out of tape doing it overtime. They're just content to sit on the ball.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the last play of the regulation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's in the end of regulation.
At the end of regulation play, 14-14.
14-14 to score. Well, what can we say, Mike? This is about the Cougars have been involved about, 4 or 5 of these overtimes.
Yeah, they have. I've seen a couple of exciting ones with Northview here.
They went to overtime with Enterprise and went to overtime with Dothan High School. The only overtime I can remember them losing was the one against Dothan High.
Yeah.
So, folks, with that, we'll tell you this. The end of regulation is 14-14. We'll be back with the overtime in just a moment. This is a look inside Sporting Goods headquarters for the Wiregrass. C&M Sporting Goods, 831 South Oaks. No matter what you're looking for in the line of sporting goods, C&M is the place to go. For example, Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, baseball caps, or any other type paraphernalia from any other college, C&M is the place to go. You got a little leaguer that plays football, they've got the cleats. if you want a trophy for that little leaguer. And T-shirts, they start at 99 cents, C&M Sporting Goods. So there, now that we're back, Mike, that was a crucial tossing of the coin. Now I can't figure out what's going on here. Who will be on offense first? Fairhope's going to be on offense first. Yes, I believe Fairhope will be on offense first and the Cougars on defense. That's correct. I see the Cougar defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest is the Northview Roller Ball and selected to go with the ball second.
The PA announcer says he's guessing. That is correct. They didn't exactly signal. But anyway, what it means is, if you know, if you win, you always want to take the ball second. Because if they don't score, all you've got to do is line up and kick a field goal. If they do score, then you have the option of going for the extra point to tie it up, or the 2 points to get it. Here they go, 1st and 10 for the 10, and on their first play, it's that same old up the middle crap. Gee. Don't they have another play on 1st down?
Carry stopped by Joey Sheffield.
And the other thing, if they fumble or if it's intercepted, your term of offense is over. We've had so many overtimes this year, the folks know the rules. We don't have to explain them. 2nd down from the 8-yard line. There's a pitch to the right, and he's not going to get in either. I think he may gain 3 yards. From this angle, it's really hard to see where we are. Maybe I can tell if I look at the monitor here.
Put it down at the 7.
Well, he only gained a yard. Third and 7. Where is the ball? I don't know. The quarterback, it got it all the way to the
about the half-yard line, I guess.
Carries to the 1.
Or the 1-yard line.
And the Pirates call timeout. I think he wanted to pass on that last play, Mike, and there was nobody open.
Yeah, I think the defense had him covered pretty well.
Boy, the Cougars need to hold him here, and that would give Clark Lopez a chance to redeem himself. I'm sure Coach Parrish would just line up from the 1-yard line and let him kick it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, the 10-yard line and let him kick it. Fourth and 1. Don't take a guess as to what they'll do.
I say they're going to have to go for it. That's their only choice.
I would play.
Well, that's hard to say because I haven't seen them play that much.
Charlie, you've been watching the whole game. What do you think they'll do? Boy, a very talkative cameraman that shrugged his shoulders. What's that?
Yeah. Go for the fumble.
Some of the fans over here saying go for the fumble. Here we go. 4th down and 1.
And they're going to go for it.
He didn't get it. He did not get it. The Cougars stopped him. All we got to do, Mike, is line up for a field goal. Here goes. I see Clark Lopez.
That's all you got to do.
Boy, I tell you what, I hope Matt Grigsby, our boss man, is watching, because I don't mean this negatively or anything, but I would love to spend some Group W cable money in Birmingham next week. Well, wouldn't you?
I would love to see them go up there.
I sure would.
They've come this far. Let's let them go all the way. Or let's root them all the way.
Exactly. Here we go, Clark.
Oh, no.
It's good! It's good! All right! Good! The Cougars win! We're on our way to Birmingham! The Cougars on the way to Birmingham, ladies and gentlemen. Next Saturday, 1:30 from Legion Field, it's the Northview Cougars versus whoever. We don't have a sideline camera to talk to Coach Parrish tonight. But folks, the Cougars this will be the second time in a few years that the Cougars have been. Charlie, can you get a shot of this? They're holding up here somehow. So everybody's yelling Birmingham. Well, trip to Legion Field coming up. I've always wanted to get on that turf with a camera and act like I was a big shot.
Well, I've always wanted to go to Legion Field. I've never been there as long as I even lived in Birmingham.
The stadium, by the way, in which Northview has never lost.
This is great. No, we don't. J.R. Johnson and somebody are playing from up in the northern part of the state. I don't know who's winning it. We don't really care.
We do not have a score on the Huffman J.O. Johnson game.
It's between Huffman and J.O. Johnson, and there is the Cougar.
The last score we had on the other game in the fourth period, it was still 2-0 at Northview.
Folks, this has been an exciting season for us here at Group W, all the way from the first game of the year with a Houston Academy game over at Northcutt and the Dothan High game, and you followed in that first game on Labor Day. Northview played his first game this year, Mike, on Labor Day on a Monday. It started off in rainy weather, and they've come a long way.
Yeah, they sure have. And I've seen as many games as I've been to, which is not that many as you have been, but I've seen Northview play some ball, and they really played some hard ball tonight. Although I just seen the last 9 minutes of the game, it looks like they was there ready to win. They wasn't going to lose this ball game.
Well, I can see why you came on over after the thing at the North Side Mall with the toys for Tots, because you knew the Cougars played exciting ball, and you just had to catch them. And there's some of the Northview coaches behind us. If y'all got anything y'all want to say to our camera, our folks?
Birmingham, here we come.
As you heard them say, Birmingham, here we come. 48 more minutes, and the Cougars could have another state championship. I'd like to see them get it. Now, next week, the game is Saturday at 1:30. Saturday at 1:30 from Legion Field. We'll have the game back that Monday night at 6:30. I'm forgetting everything, Mike. I'm so excited.
At 6:30. For some of the folks that won't be able to travel to Birmingham, they won't have to miss it. They'll get to see it in its entirety on Monday night.
And we're going to have both cameras. You'll be there. I'll be there. Charlie Miles will be there. We'll see if we can't talk Wayne Shelley into let us have Donald Vaughn, our other cameraman. Russell Bird will be back. We'll have a whole crew up there in Birmingham next week as the Cougars go for a state championship. So you won't miss a thing. It'll be complete with our high-quality replays and everything else, and expert analysis and commentary by Russell Bird and Mike Graves here. I hope to be on the sideline once again. Charlie and I'll probably be on the sideline. We can get talk Wayne and let us have Donald Vaughn. You hear that, Wayne? But anyway, Russell. Mike, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Nothing that I can think of, except we just appreciate everyone's support in Group W Cable, us filming these ball games with Dothan High School, Northview, Houston Academy, and whoever else we have filmed.
Exactly.
Not only football, but basketball, baseball, and everything else.
If you like what you see, we want to hear from you. Call us, 794-3171. But what we really need for you to do is write us a letter. We need these letters on file. It is very important in order for us to continue this service throughout basketball and baseball, and especially next year in football. Our address is 509 South Oaks, Dothan. That's Group W Cable, 509 South Oaks, Dothan. I'll give it to you in just a moment. But we really need those letters on file so that our home office, our regional office in Mobile, and our home office in New York and all, will continue this community service. Let them know that you like it. Send us a letter as quick as possible. While you're thinking about it tonight, watching this game, write to us. That's Group W Cable, 509 South Oak Street, Dothan, 36301. That sounds appropriate. Anyway, it'll get to us. Group W Cable, 509 South Oaks, just send it to anybody there. Just say, dear gentlemen, or dear ladies, whatever. We do have females working there. We thank you for joining us. Mike, anything else?
Now, I might just add that it wouldn't have to be a full letter. It could be on a postcard.
Exactly.
Just saying that you enjoy the program that you're seeing, because there could be a possibility you may not see it next year if you don't send those letters.
Exactly.
So we
right.
really want them. We really need them, and not only for us, but for you.
Exactly. So again, Group W Cable, 509 South Hope. Or next week when you're at the mall, just bring us a letter. Stop by our Toys for Tots booth next week. We love to talk to people. We'd love to talk to you. See us at Toys for Tots all from now until December 20-something at the mall. On behalf of Mike Graves and Charlie Miles, I'm Nathaniel Frazier. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of Group W Cable.
Friday, tales of magic and tales of murder in the Twilight Zone. And on Dallas,
your cousin Jack is going to be one of the richest men in the world.
JR schemes for a piece of the pie. Then a hidden passion is revealed at Falcon Crest.
You keep your claws out of him.
In the heat of the day, there's a different kind of fight. Some love for passion and some burn for fame. Hard as they try, they just can't quench love's flame. In the heat of the day.
Weekdays on CBS.
This is CBS.
Coming up on Eyewitness News, the hijacking of an Egypt Air jet has ended with reports of up to 50 people killed. Hurricane Kate has devastated cotton crops in North Florida and South Georgia, and residents in the region continue efforts to recover from Kate's damage. Details just ahead.
From the major weaving centers of the world, a magnificent collection of Oriental rugs. Hand-knotted, hand-carved from the looms of artisans. A Peking classic for the dining area, a Kierman for the living room, a Chinese silk for the bedroom. Come, see, touch. Chinese and Indo-Persian elegance. Only for you. Only at Weber International. Chimney Corners next to Galarn Shopping Center, Tallahassee.
You've been told not to drink and drive, but no one tells you how to get home safely if you've had one